Yo, what is up? What's poppin'? You know it ain't no stopping. I am the International Sensei, and welcome to the Enter the Dojo podcast, your source for all things fighting related, whether that is combat sports or fighting games. A channel where it is too hot to handle, and I have a lot to say on this marvelous Monday, but we need to talk about DC's final walk on the runway, his final dance, his one last chance to get the UFC heavyweight title. But before we get into that, I want to talk about the weekend fight night, which is a pretty solid fight night. One of the better ones out of most recent memory. Overall they've all been solid. Obviously, it's not gonna compare to like the Fight Island card and the first card that they had throughout quarantine, like the Gaethje versus Ferguson fight. You know what I mean? But it was a pretty solid card. Starting off with fireworks. Benil Dariush finishing it out with a spinning back fist KO. And the dude could not be more classy. After he won, he ended up missing weight. So he said that any fight of the night bonus should go to the man that he beat, which is Scott Holtzman. So definitely that's a class act, man. Really got to respect the dude for that. Because most fighters would not do that. I myself probably wouldn't do that depending on how my money is, and be honest with you. Stuff happens. People miss weight. A couple of pounds here and there. It does happen. But really, really class act. If you can afford to do that, I definitely commend you. If you cannot afford to do that, then I'm be honest with you, don't do it. The way times are, you don't know when you're going to fight again. Some people have been able to get those quick turnarounds. Others have not. So definitely protect your money. But definitely got to give a shout out to him because that was a classy thing that he did. Great finish on the fight with that spinning back fist. Really good stuff. We have Yana taking the second fight in the women's bantamweight division. It was kind of like a grind type of fight. She really was able to stuff Julia. Is it Julia? Julia, excuse me. Stuff a lot of her attempts at submissions. She's an armbar specialist for the most part, and she really wasn't able to get her game going, which was a very, very, very interesting. I really liked it. Again, another solid fight. This card went relatively fast. There was a couple of finishes here or there. The main event obviously was a pretty quick finish, but it was a solid card. So the ladies fought pretty good fight. Very, very dominant performance, honestly, and got the victory. And we have Darren Stewart versus Miko Patillo, and Darren Stewart took it by submission. Man, that was a great submission. Definitely in the middleweight division. It's absolutely stacked. Obviously, Israel Adesanya is the champion. Paulo Costa is waiting in the wings for his title shot. Robert Whittaker just defeated Darren Till. Yoel Romero is getting ready to fight. He's getting ready to fight Uriah Hall. So it's a lot of moving parts, man. And there was another middleweight fight right after that. After Darren Stewart took that with the submission, it was Chris Weidman versus Omari. I'm so sorry. Okay, well you lost, so I'm just gonna say your first name. Chris Weidman, veteran of the game, former UFC middleweight champion, the man that shocked the world in beating Anderson Silva. Did an amazing job, looked really good. Of course, made a couple of mistakes here or there, but looked solid overall. Looked like he's getting back some of his mojo. I'm not sure how he'll do versus someone like Whittaker, or he might get thrown to the wolves and have to fight Romero, maybe fight Uriah Hall. So who knows? I would love to see him fight again in the near future, but good on Chris Weidman. It's great to see him back in the win column. I know he did have a very, very big skid after he lost the title, so really good to see him back in the win column. And then the main event of the evening, we got the Black Beast Derek Lewis versus Alexei Oleinik. And I was surprised in the first round because Derek Lewis really got taken down. Did decent on the ground, but then got controlled. There was a couple of submission scares there. And I was a little worried. I was like, dang, dude. I thought you were going to take this fight easy. And was able to kind of stay calm. Was able to survive the submission attempts, things like that. Make it out of the first round, and then came just guns blazing, classic Derek Lewis style in round number 2, and knocking this man smooth out with the strikes. You do not want this dude on top of you throwing punches, man. Derek Lewis is a freaking beast. The Black Beast, if you will. But good on Derek Lewis. Can't wait to see you back in the ring. He'll probably fight maybe Francis next, or yeah, probably Francis next. I can't off the top of my head. I can't think of anybody else right now. Cause Gus lost, so there's no way, like, he's not even close to the title picture right now. Yeah. So I'm not sure who he would fight next, but I think he's getting closer to having another title shot, probably in like maybe 2 or 3 more wins, depending on how Daniel Cormier and Stipe Miocic turns out. And speaking of that, we're gonna go to that fight, give you some predictions, man, and we're just gonna kind of give you a rundown on how like the energy is feeling with that fight, because I mean it's kind of like an ominous kind of feel, man, because this dude has been in the game for a while. I mean, obviously he got in like relatively late compared to most, but he came in and I mean he was pretty much unstoppable, minus like the John Jones losses, the one loss to Stipe Miocic. I mean, there really hasn't been a lot of guys that have really even pushed him, let alone beating him. I mean, he only has 2 legitimate losses on his, well, 3, because John Jones did head kick him in the second fight, but steroids, whatever, like that was overturned into a no contest. Anyway, so in all in all, he has 2 losses on his record. Lost to Stipe Miocic in a fight that he honestly should have won. I mean, got caught kind of playing with his food a little bit. Also got caught just not moving. I mean, not respecting his Stipe's hands, getting hit with those body shots over and over and over. I do not give a damn how much core work you do. I don't care how much you train, whatever. Body shots fucking hurt. I don't care. Like, I don't care how rock hard your abs is. I don't care how much belly you have. Think you're gonna absorb it. Eventually, that stuff is gonna add up, and it ended up kind of taking the wind out of his sails, and then Stipe was able to capitalize. But we're going to go to the bottom of the card, and there's actually a good amount of fights on the main card. Damn, hold up. Oh, no, this is, okay, where is the prelims? Where the fuck are the prelims? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm just going to start from, yeah, okay, because these people don't even have pictures. All right, so I'm going to start from the ladies in the strawweight division. Ashley Yoder versus Viviana Souza. Give me Ashley Yoder. Jim Miller versus, oh my God, Vinik Bachau. Give me Jim Miller. We have Mahmoud. Oh my God. What the fuck, bro? Like, I'm so sorry. I body names so badly. Like, it's terrible. And we have Ona Kolaba. I'm gonna have to come back to that one. First of all, I can't even say the fucking names. So anyway, we got the boy John the Magician Dodson in the building. Versus Marab. I gotta take John Dodson. I mean, I've been a fan of his for some years. I mean, back in the days when he won the Ultimate Fighter series, always fun to watch. I mean, I was definitely pulling for him in the 2 title fights versus Demetrius Johnson. Unfortunately, he was unable to capitalize on that, so he's kind of been like in this weird position in his career where he's like had a couple wins, had a loss, couple more wins, had a loss. You know what I mean? So hope to see him back in the win column, and maybe he'll be able to make one more title run before his career is officially over. We have Junior Dos Santos versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik. I mean, JDS, he's definitely a veteran of the game. Rozenstruik, I know he's trying to bounce back, because I believe he was the guy that... fucking name. He was the guy that... sorry, guys, I was getting a call, but I will take that. Give me 1 second. But yeah, so I'm sorry, it's unedited, unfiltered, whatever. So whatever happens, be happening. So anyway, back to the card. I think he was the guy that got knocked out by Francis Ngannou in like 2 freaking seconds. So I think he's gonna be trying to get back in the win column. Definitely, I would too. I'm going to take Rosenstrike. O'Malley versus Marlon Vera. I got to take the boy Sugar Sean. I mean, the Sugar Show is in full effect. That is the homie. I mean, I love watching him fight. I love the way he fights. He fights similar to me, with like that sideways stance. He likes to throw a lot of kicks, spinning techniques. You know what I mean? Not saying I'm as good as him. I mean, that's clearly not what I'm saying, because if I was, I would be in the fucking UFC. But he's dope, man. He's really, really dope. I mean, I love watching him fight. I love his energy. I love his style. So definitely going to vote for the Sugar Show. And then the main event of the evening, Daniel Cormier versus Stipe Miocic. I got to go with DC. I mean, he took the first fight, had the second fight in the bag, just got a little careless and got taken out for it. I think Stipe is going to give him a run for his money. If I had to guess, honestly, I think this is going to be 5 rounds of hell, and DC will be able to squeak out the decision win and ride off into the sunset as a champion. I mean, this guy is class personified. He deserves it. He's always, always, always been a great man. I mean, takes care of his kids, treats his wife well, always been clean, never really had any scandals. Obviously, Towelgate, whatever, but look, I mean, when it comes to that stuff, like, I'll take that over getting popped for steroids or getting popped for cocaine, getting all these gun charges, car accident, all this shit. Like, I'll take holding a towel to make weight, if that means that you're not going to do drugs and you're not going to take steroids and you're not going to do all that other stuff. So I definitely have a lot of respect for DC. It's going to be a very sad day, win or lose, for him when he finally hangs it up, because he's done a lot for the sport. But he's going to definitely be an analyst, definitely be on other shows and things like that. So I don't... He'll be missed for his performance, but he will not be missed for his presence, because his presence will still be there, and I think he'll always be around in some capacity. I know he has the Gilroy wrestling program that he runs, so he's gonna be around. I mean, you're gonna have some offspring from that guy, so I'm really, really happy that he's had the career that he's had, has an opportunity to cement himself as arguably the GOAT when it comes to heavyweights. And I can't wait to see it, man. But that does it for me, guys. I mean, definitely let me know, who do you guys think is going to win. I'm really hoping DC can pull it out. Really hope Sugar Sean can pull it out as well. Those are the 2 main fighters I'm really, really pulling hard for. And yeah, man, I mean, it's been a great run for DC. Let's see if he can end it on top. That being said, this is the Enter the Dojo podcast. I'm the International Sensei. Follow me on Twitter at Sensei_Global21. Instagram, International_Sensei. The Enter the Dojo podcast is on SoundCloud. It is on iTunes. It is on Spreaker. And I post it on my YouTube channel as well as other YouTube videos I will be posting on my YouTube channel also. With that being said, man, thank you once again. Much love to everybody. Watch this damn fight, man. This is going to be a classic, and we must now exit the dojo. Us.